Stevie's going to present us with a fact related to pretzels.
But is it a real fact or an alternative fact?
Uh-huh.
And all the Mythical crew are eating these Snyder's pretzels.
They're great, aren't they?
From Maine.
So good.
I mean, that's the best snack. It's one of the best snacks. Isn't it one of the best snacks?
I mean, the honey mustard and onion. Ooh, but you gotta watch your breath on that. You really gotta watch your breath.
You gotta watch it. Get better and better by the second.
Yep.
Freeze frame.
What do they do to us?
I'm really envious of those people in the Swiss Alps inside that little fondue pot. Like,
It's a pretty big fondue pot.
could you? I mean, that might be the best Wheel of Mythicality video.
It's
I mean,
beautiful.
that might be the one that made me the most
Jealous?
jealous. I'm like, I'm in Burbank.
Ahoy, I'm in Burbank. Ahoy.
in a fondue pot in Burbank.
yeah, not the same. I
Not
mean, it'll
the
probably
same.
happen.
Not
Ready
the
for
same.
your first pretzel fact?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pretzels without salt are called baldies.
Baldies?
Baldy.
Well, they're called bad ideas, is what we learned.
A baldy. Give me a baldy.
I like that. I like that.
It does seem true.
Maybe they might be called a smoothie. Because they got a smooth skin.
Skin.
It's
True.
It's true.
It's
a real
true.
fact.
Baldies.
Now,
Baldies?
I never got
Baldies.
soft
Baldies.
pretzels. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you, and maybe you relate to this. Stevie, you might as well, because you're from the same place that we're from. I don't know if it's something my dad said at some point, because my dad would just say things, just like I do, and I just had this impression that pretzels were for Yankees.
Yankees?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Pretzels are for Yankees.
Pretzels are for Yankees.
Bagels are for Yankees. Definitely.
He never said that. But I don't think, for some reason, I just never got a soft pretzel at like the mall. It's Yankee food. He never said it, but it sounded like the kind of thing that he would say. And so I developed this. Is that crazy? It doesn't seem like a Southern food. Because it is kind of like a Midwestern sort of like where the Germans ended up, settling or
Like a
something.
Midwestern
It feels
German
that way.
Yankee?
It feels Yankee and, Midwestern. Am
Yeah,
I
but
wrong
I guess
about
you
this?
could say that about like a hot dog too,
Right. Hot dogs are for Yankees.
But we've like fully embraced hot dogs in North Carolina and made them like, there's a Carolina dog, right? But like, we eat a biscuit.
Well, no, at Four Seasons Mall, is it a Wetzel's or an Annie's?
It was always there, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get him?
No, because presented with numerous options, I would never choose the soft
Right, because
pretzel
it was
for Yankees.
for Yankees.
Also, it was, I believe it was near the scarier area.
The scarier
mall.
area.
Of
the
mall.
scary part of the mall.
One of the 4 floors.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Stevie grew up next to a 4th-floor mall.
She worked there. She built
And
bears.
eventually she built bears there.
Yep.
You built bears. Now, I did recently, I would say 3 months ago, I went to the mall.
Built a bear?
I was reminded that I don't like to go to the mall. But I did go to a pretzel stand. I was with my nieces, and they really wanted some pretzels. And we got up there, and she bought a sack of cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, twists.
No, it was just like just little
Balls.
balls. It was
balls.
just, it was like chopped up pieces of
those
pretzel.
are good. Did you taste
That
them?
was so good.
You tasted
Yeah.
them, yeah.
I ate the majority of the bag. That's the way to go, I think.
I don't remember those existing back in the day.
It's interesting they don't have a cinnamon
It's,
sugar.
It's basically like Munchkins
You could do the cinnamon
at
sugar
Dunkin'
pieces.
Donuts, but it's
Those
pretzel.
pieces could be cinnamon sugar. That could be one of the ones. They should do that, Snyder. Come back to shore from your yacht. and come up with a new flavor.
Let's hear another.
In 2002, Wetzel's Pretzels did a stunt campaign where they sold edible pretzel purses to store their pretzel bites.
Edible pretzel
2000 what?
2.
purses.
People didn't do that kind of thing in 2002. It's pre-web is what they called that. People didn't do cool things pre-web.
That's a good point.
Because who are you going to tell about it? You'll put it in the paper?
You might put it in like People magazine.
Yeah.
I don't know. It might get them talking. Yeah. Too early.
Too early.
You got it.
Ha! Thank you, Rhett.
Right.
All right.
Now people just do things to do things. You know? That's what the internet's done.
No. They used to do things to do things. Now
Now they do it
things
for the internet.
For the internet.
For the clicks.
Sad. So sad.
Well, I also didn't look at like the next fact, but I said, I don't remember pretzel bites existing back in the day. And then the next fact was about pretzel bites. So that was my bad, really. Yeah.
Let's hear it.
The average Philadelphian consumes up to 12 pounds of pretzels per year.
See, it's kind of a Yankee food.
Yeah. 12 pounds on average?
There's okay, first of all, like,
There's no way, right?
let me do some math here. One pretzel at a pretzel stand.
It's not a pound.
It's not a pound. It's not even a quarter pound.
Right. So you're
It's an eighth of a pound. So 8 times 12 is 96. You telling me somebody's eating 96 pretzels in a year?
No, everybody on average is eating around that.
Every Philadelphian's having, how many is that a month? I mean, that's like, you having more than one a week. You're having almost 2 pretzels a week. 7.5 pretzels a month?
Somebody who lied didn't do the math.
Yeah. That is
I got you again.
Stinking lie.
Those are staggering numbers. But this is supposed to be a fact.
Well, I guess if you're taking into account
How,
all
y'all?
pretzels, like all snack pretzels.
Now Rhett's like, yeah, I can see it.
Well, it does say pretzel. It doesn't say soft pretzels. It says pretzels.
Can you
but
give us
I
a
don't
bag
know.
of pretzels? Just one of the bags that y'all back there just
Ate 'em all.
enjoying. Now, give me a weight on them. This whole thing is 10 ounces. So this isn't even a pound. So they're eating like
Philadelphia, y'all need
15 of these in a year.
y'all need to slow y'all roll.
Y'all need to stop.
Y'all need to eat more cheesesteak or something.
Y'all need to stop.
The term tying the knot originated from royal Swiss couples breaking pretzels to make a wish during wedding ceremonies.
So breaking a pretzel is called tying the knot?
That doesn't feel right. It feels like
Where is this again? Switzerland?
Switzerland.
it's in Swiss. You know the Swiss people.
So they would get married and they would break a pretzel apart. That seems to be anti-symbolic.
I don't think this is true because you remember Braveheart?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Freedom! Yeah.
They got married in secret
Right.
and they didn't have rings. They had those like bands like around their wrists. And I think that it comes from you literally would tie people together. That was the way that they did the ceremonies. It was literally tying people together, was tying the knot.
Oh.
So I think this is a soft lie. It's not about pretzels.
Yep.
It's a fact. The way that you're guessing today makes me second guess the things that are facts.
Welcome to my world.
So you're
I can convince you
So,
of anything, Stevie.
tying the knot came from breaking a pretzel apart in Switzerland.
I guess it's like a wishbone type of exercise, but with a pretzel.
Do the Swiss still do this?
I certainly hope so. I wonder if that couple that fell in love in the fondue pot will get married.
Fell in love in the fondue pot.
I could see it. I could see it on their faces. They were falling in love.
Pretzels were one of the most common snacks prepared at sea by sailors due to their simple ingredients and the crew's abundant access to salt.
You can't go on a trip with somebody that you think you might fall in love with. I don't think. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think if, like...
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, you know how we used to call it
Stint
goggles. So there was a thing that you could do back when, you know us, you know our background, and people would go and they would do little missions trips.
Or you do a long stint.
And it was called short-term international mission trip, stint for short. And what would happen is you would like 8 Americans would go to some other country to tell everybody about Jesus, because of course they'd never heard of him. And well, some people hadn't. And it's true, some people hadn't. And what happens is like you're there with like 8 other Americans, and you just start bonding in a way that is like an accelerated bond. You know what I'm saying? Like a summer camp bond.
It's like beer goggles.
But we called them stint goggles. So people would fall in love, and a lot of times like get engaged. And then they would like come back, and it would be like, what? When we were in that fondue pot, you seemed so beautiful. So what I'm saying
on
is,
the inside.
What I'm saying is you got to be careful going on trips with people, because you might fall in love with them.
Yep.
True.
And if you go to prison.
Yeah, that's a whole different kind of love.
You know, it's all contextual. What was the question, though?
Yep, I was waiting for it. Pretzels were one of the most common snacks prepared at sea by sailors due to their simple ingredients.
All right,
and cruise abundant access to
This is
salt.
a lie. This is a lie because you have to bake bread in order to then let it dry out or something to make a pretzel. So they're not baking bread on pirate ships.
Oh yeah, they are. They got an oven on there.
Well, I didn't say pirate ships.
Yacht ovens is what they call it.
But it is
Not
fake.
yachts.
It is not true.
Yes, see? I got you, Rhett.
You got me.
Ooh, many experts believe the pretzel has Christian origins. I was about to say organs. And the shape of the pretzel is supposed to be a child praying with their arms across their chest.
Let's look at a pretzel. Let's look at these peanut butter stuffed
So if
pretzels.
it's like that,
a child praying.
this is how you're supposed to pray? Like,
Yeah. This is a child praying. Which way, though?
I think it's, you gotta like, it's like that. It's really like.
I think this is a child playing that game where you like do this thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember that in middle school?
Yeah.
I'm making out with someone. I'm not praying. I'm making out.
I'm not buying it.
Soft lice.
That is
That's a hard pretzel.
It's real.
when you told us that one, Stevie, I thought you were just talking. I kind of got lost in the conversation.
Yeah, I
even
do
know.
use like the word many. Many experts believe is
I thought you were
so me.
I thought-
It's so
yeah,
me.
I thought you
Anytime.
were reading an additional fact.
Yeah.
Conversation.
Like one you already knew.
Like, oh, I'm seeing this one
well, a lot of people, many experts.
in my yacht search.
Yeah, kind of disappointed in the lack of Snyder's yachts.
Yeah. Do you know the Wrigley family? They like own Catalina Island. Did you know that? Chase knows. He's done some diving out there.
You can't pin down those Wrigleys. You know
What?
why?
The first Wrigley baseball field's out in Catalina.
'Cause
Yes, it
they're
is.
Wrigley.
And
They
the
wriggle
Cubs
a
did
lot.
their spring training because Wrigley Field in Chicago, that's where the family was from. They did their spring training on Catalina in like the 1920s. Crazy. And then
Cray.
when you go in there, if you go, you've probably seen it, right? If you've seen the pictures, and there's that big house up there on the left. That's the Wrigley house. They used to own the whole island, and now all the like Wrigley grandkids they run the board for the whole Catalina Island, and they make all the decisions, and everybody is like kind of not happy with them. The Wrigleys. So I just kind of had in my mind that the Snyders were very similar, and they had a yacht that we could go and eat pretzels on.
Well, we didn't look up Snyder Island. That might lead to some
Okay,
other
now
things.
we're into something.
Was there a question or have you not?
There's another question.
We're not letting her get to that next question.
A pretzel almost started a war when the royal family of Prussia presented the King of France with a pretzel that was burnt on the bottom, which was seen as an insult.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No. They were happy just to be eating anything back then.
Yeah, it's fake.
Ah, Prussia.
Ah, Prussia!
I'm under so much pressure.
Under Prussia.
I'm out of pretzel facts.
Oh, well, come up with just the one off the top of your head. Because you did that earlier.
Many experts believe.
Pre-order the Mythical cookbook now at mythical.com/cookbook. It's got fan favorite dishes, our favorites, your favorites, GMM and Mythical kitchen favorites. Do it.